What if the problem is not the problem, but it's the way that you look at it? Picture this. You get an email from your boss or maybe from a customer, and the tone just feels a little bit formal. And all of a sudden you start wondering about what this could mean if you're in trouble, if you did something wrong. And you start framing things in that way that starts causing all sorts of anxiety. And then you have the meeting with your boss or with the customer, and you realize that it's all really positive. And you've been making all of that up in your head. Now, that's quite a simple example. What if there are certain aspects of your life that you're framing in a way that you're always expecting the negative? So what reframing is a look at a situation and framing it in a different way. And at a simplistic level, that might just sound like some word games. The impact on the way that you frame something is quite significant. I'm going to give you some very specific ways in which you can reframe some big picture things, like, for instance, failure. How can you get to an experience where you can never experience failure, the emotion of failure again? So let's look at a few of those. So the first one is there is no failure, there is only feedback. Now think about this and feel into this. If you realize, or if you notice that there is no failure, there is only feedback, that's a way in which you can reframe any condition into a learning experience, which means that you can grow. It means that you can be confident about that situation. And it means that there's always the opportunity for another result. If you believe that you failed in something, it means that it's over. It means that you can't do anything more about it. Next is the idea of there is no rejection. There's only redirection. That means that whatever feedback you're getting from a situation, you can't be rejected. The next one that I want to talk about is stress. When you're feeling overwhelmed, you can stay stuck in the idea of feeling overwhelmed. You can think of being overwhelmed in a different way. If you look at being overwhelmed as a signal for you to reach out for support, as opposed to continually feeling more alone. And here is where it gets even deeper. Some of the most resilient people in the world don't have easier lives. They've just trained their minds to reframe. They don't ignore pain. They reinterpret the meaning. But how do you actually do that when you get stuck in the moment? Let me share a few ideas with you. There are three things that you do. The first thing that you ask yourself is, what is the story that I'm telling myself now? And often you will look at that and you'll see that there's a story that you're bad, that you're wrong, that you're mad, that there's something wrong with you. And so the next question you ask yourself is there something else that could be true? Do I know that whatever I'm believing and whatever I'm experiencing in that moment is true? Most often the answer, well, almost always the answer will be no. And yes, there is something different that you can believe about any situation. And then the next part, which is the most important, which version can help me learn and become more? And which version is going to hold me back? And I want to be clear, this isn't toxic positivity. This is using situations to your advantage. This is finding the opportunity in the challenge. I would invite you to think of one situation in your life that you'd like to reframe and drop that in the comments below. What is one situation in your life that you'd prefer to reframe? All right. If you found this video interesting or helpful in any way, then click the like and subscribe buttons below. Next time, we'll put it all together. So looking forward to putting it together with you next time.